Well, have you got your DVD, 4K, Blu-ray or Steelbook? The fresh new version of the 1996 Doctor Who TV movie is here. So let's take a look, shall we? Actually, they were all sold out when I tried to order. Never mind.
Hello, Who's viewers. Here we are again. We are back. We are live with you this evening for another in our 8 at 30 series. Oh, what a joy it has been this month. I'm with Lex and I'm with Paul. Nice to see you, gentlemen.
Hello. Hi. Hello.
And yeah, I want to start straight away with the chat because I noticed this from Funky in the chat. Hello, mate, who's saying, hi all. Please don't let the 8 at 30 month be over already. We need a timing malfunction to continue it. Oh, that's really nice of you, Funky, but you are right. Yeah, this is, of course, the last in our month-long series 8 at 30, where we've been celebrating the 30th anniversary of the 8th Doctor. And what a season it's been. I've really enjoyed myself. It's been fantastic. And I think it appropriate, gentlemen, that we actually finish off with a look at this, of course, which was released this very week. And hopefully, if you ordered it all out there, you got this. We are looking at Doctor Who, the movie, on 4K. So we're going to be reviewing in this show. We've all got the steelbooks.
Yeah.
There we go. We've all got the steelbooks. But if you've got the steelbook, come and join us for the review. If you haven't got the steelbook, you've got the normal Blu-ray. Doesn't matter. Come and join us for the review because we're going to be talking about how the episode looks as well. So really exciting. So you two up for this?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Good to see you. Andy, 4X91, I want to know, is headlines cancelled tomorrow so that we can all watch Tiptoe? Absolutely not. Absolutely.
Just record that. I mean, record Tiptoe if you want to do
that. Hello, Avon01. How are you? Steve Braddock is with us as well. Good to see you, Steve. And Rocking Terry Lee says, hello, I'm safely back in the USA after a wonderful visit to England with my beautiful girlfriend to visit her mum for her 70th birthday. What a trip. You were in Southend, weren't you, Rocking Terry? Do you know what? I can't believe we missed you. Had I been a little bit fitter, I would have got on a train and got down to see you because I would have loved to have met you, eh, guys?
Yeah.
Listen, if you can save up and you and your girlfriend can come back and see us next May in Blackpool, please do, because it would be lovely to see us. Honest to goodness, I can't believe what a week you had. What a week you had here as well. Absolutely gorgeous. It's been a heat wave this week in the United Kingdom. It's got a bit cooler now, I have to say, but there you go. Julianne's with us. Hi, Julianne. Rick is with us as well, saying hello to us. Good to see you all, everybody. And Bill Lowry saying to us, I'm not watching the 4K as I don't have that set up, but I do have the Blu-ray Steelbook. Yeah, great. So you can look at all that. The Blu-ray is in there, of course. You don't have to have the 4K. There is a Blu-ray disc there, which has been upscaled, hasn't it, Lex, to 4K?
Yes, yeah.
Well, I don't
Atmos as well on it. So
I don't understand all that technical stuff, Who viewers, as you'll know, but hopefully these two can help me with all that. Rocking Terry Lee saying, hoping for a Christmas trip. Can you move it to May? Move it to May. Come and see us in Blackpool. John, the computer doctor, says, my steelbook now lives in a protective case. Yeah, again, John, everybody else who told me about these, who messaged me after my trauma of opening this last week.
That was a very funny video, I have to say, watching you sweating.
I'm so pleased. Well, everybody told me, didn't they, Paul, about these plastic cases you can get from the retailers.
Yes.
And I've ordered some, and they should be here this week, and then I can sleep easier in my bed. So thank you to everybody that did that. Hello, Matt and Spiel, how are you? Rocking Terry Lee saying it was warm. Warm. It's bloody boiling. Mark McIntosh, hiya, Mark. It's a stunning steelbook with great extras, with the added bonus that Paul McGann nailed it from the start, as we've all agreed this season. Haven't we? Yeah, to the point where we all craving to get him back now. Let's face this.
Yeah, it's only 30 years too late, but never mind.
I know, yeah. With Steve Braddock being in the chat, I wanted to say thank you to Steve for his latest piece of art that he sent me to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the Doctor, and also 8 at 30. So thank you for this.
That's lovely, Stephen. Really nice. Yeah.
Great. Yeah. Great.
McGann as well, gentlemen.
Yeah.
So thank you for that, mate. Really appreciate it. Yeah. Keep going with all the art. We love it here at Who's Views. We really do. It's good to see you all, everybody. So shall we get into this? Hi, Mark Reeves. How are you? Matt and Spiel also saying to us, I settled down to watch my Steelbook. I watched some BTS and interviews before getting to the TV movie, and the thing didn't work. Which disc did you put in?
Did you put the 4K in?
Yeah, if you put a 4K into a DVD, it'll reject it.
Yeah.
Oh, the Blu-ray, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, you can't play the 4K, and this is my understanding of being a bit of a Luddite myself, is the fact that you cannot play 4K on an ordinary Blu-ray player. You need a 4K player to make it work.
Yeah, but the beautiful thing about this, as we're saying, is that this also comes with the Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Steve Braddock just saying to us here, watching JT opening that steelbook reminds me of that Simpsons episode with comic book. No, you've taken it out of the original packaging.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. Yeah.
And then Matt Anspiel saying to us, I'm officially a donut. Thanks, guys. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Legion of James has just joined us. Hello, mate. How are you? Rick Storm, what you're saying to us, I see the scalpers have hiked the price of the steelbook to $699.95. Yes, that's $699.95 already. What? Oh, I wish I'd bought two now, Paul. I could have paid my mortgage with one of these.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It seems a bit daft though. I bought this because of the packaging. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't have a 4K player, but I watched the Blu-ray version, and even with that, the upscaling is wonderful. It looks so good, so good.
Well, let's get into it then, shall we? Actually, because I want to start with the packaging. I did mention the other day when I took it out of this how beautiful it is, and I mentioned to you guys in the green room just before we came on. I am still stunned by this sheen that they've got on it, which you can just see there.
Yeah.
As you'll all know, is beautiful. It just is stunning, and of course, it does. We'll take the slipcase off. It does, as you'll all know, go around. How they do that, I still can't. I mean, look at that.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? Yeah.
I don't understand, Paul, how they do. What do they do, Who viewers, to put this beautiful sheen on it? It's absolutely beautiful. The blues are rich. The pinks and the reds come out of this. Oh, it's just.
I didn't look on the credits here, but was it Lee Binding that did this as well, like he does for the Blu-ray box sets? Because it's superb.
As far as I remember from the original press release on that day, Paul, yes, it is.
Right, I can remember. Yeah.
But it's as near as we're going to get to at this stage as we are broadcasting to you in May 2026. It's the nearest. Of course, we're going to get to something 3D because this glass effect on this main cover here, the shattering of the glass is gorgeous, isn't it?
There's a lovely creepy shot of Eric Roberts' eyes, the master with the smooth eyes as well. It's really nice. Yeah.
And like I said before, it's telling the story bit by bit on each part of the steelbook, even inside. So it's telling you a taster of the story you're going to watch.
I just think it's absolutely stunning. And you've got a theory about the glass, haven't you, Paul?
Well, I thought the reason why it's got broken glass in the actual menu bit, when you click on the special features or whatever, play the movie, it kind of bursts out the screen.
Yeah, it does.
Like it's suggesting here's the upgrade kind of thing. You know what I mean? This is what it used to look like, but this is what it looks like now. You know what I mean? Kind of thing. Maybe it's just me. It sounds a tad pretentious, but that's what I thought anyway. But
what have we got here? Funky is saying, I had to get the steelbook because my 4K player can be temperamental about playing 4K discs, but it works fine. It does. It absolutely does. Yeah, we just have to make sure, because when you open it, if you haven't got this one, of course, I'll open it again to show you, because when you open it, you get the lovely book, which is, for me, as I said the other day, it's a throwback to the collection set. You get 3 discs. Now that one there, that's the 4K. Which you have to have a 4K player for. That's the Blu-ray, the one with the master on. And then the one behind with Sylvan as the 7th Doctor is, of course, your special features.
I
have to say, guys, I actually like that. I like the fact they've done that because, you know, people like Lex who can watch the 4K and have got the 4K set up. You've got yours. People like us, Paul, who are just sticking with the Blu-ray. We've got ours.
Yeah.
And then you've got your special feature. And I think that's a lovely, I don't know if that's industry standard, but I appreciate that because it meant that we could get all tune in and get this, if we wanted it, we could all get the Blu-ray Steelbook. And I like that. I think that's a lovely touch.
Like I said, I bought it because I wanted anyway for the extras. But the packaging, the box is so good. It's worth it just for that, whether you can play it or not. To be honest, it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
You know?
It is. James Ripley, hello to you. Wasn't he Lieutenant Bush in the Hornblower series? Who's that, McGann? I don't know. Can anyone in the chat?
I think he was. Yes, he was. Yeah.
Was he in? I've never seen the Hornblower series.
I don't know myself.
I don't know. So,
he was going to do Sharp originally, wasn't he? And he broke his leg playing football and got bumped for Sean Bean. And then I think he got that later on as a consolation. I think it's made by the same people, I think. Something like that, I think.
I see. Yeah. That does happen, doesn't it, Paul? We know that happens in the industry. I have a confession, says Legion of James. Will you confess here anytime? All confessions are taken. Yes. Bring your confessions to me. Father JT. After JT's opening video, says Legion of James, I completely bottled opening my Steelbook and went out and bought the Blu-ray. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. The standard Blu-ray, of course, in 4K is going to be with us for a long, long time.
This is like Collectors Anonymous now, isn't it?
It is. And that's what, there's a new show for us, Paul. I'll write that down. We can have Collectors Anonymous where you can all confess about things you've done in collections.
Yeah.
There we go.
I opened my character option set. Oh, that kind of thing. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Bill Harry saying I had to get the Steelbook because it's gorgeous. It absolutely is gorgeous. Stephen Braddock agreeing, saying the Steelbook art is a thing of beauty. And then Legion of James is also saying, because I don't have a 4K player, but I keep buying the 4K releases in case I miss them. And I always appreciate when they include a Blu-ray as well, but not everyone does. You like this one down here, you've got a bit of a collector's sort of, I have to have everything.
Well, I actually am not as massively into the Steelbooks as most people are. Some people are. I've got a handful of them. I have the McGann one there, which I've obviously showed you, but I've got the Peter Cushing Dalek movies in this steel box. Kind of look for that's the Doctor and the Daleks, and this one's 2150. But they're very similar boxes, just different titles on them, and they're gorgeous artwork on there as well. And I have Power of the Daleks animation one as well, which is great. But apart from that, that's it. But I can't play the 4K versions, obviously, because I don't have a player. But eventually, maybe if I speak to my missus, as it's my significant birthday this year, I'll maybe get a 4K player. You never know.
Do you know what worried me though this week though? Because you know, obviously, I've been making a little bit of a fuss. A friend of mine said to me, "But 4K is on the way out already."
Is it? All right, okay.
And I thought, what? Don't, you know, so I might just skip the 4K and see what they come up with 5K or whatever it's going to be. They'll probably miss the number and go straight to 10K, won't they?
Which hopefully be backwards compatible the way that Blu-rays are. Can you play CDs and DVDs on Blu-ray players, can't you? There's no problem with that. So hopefully it's reverse compatible. Fingers crossed if they do that. Yeah.
And I am your servant. McGann is in Hornblower. It's where Star Trek gets its many ideas. Okay. And George United said, I saw Paul McGann today. Where was he? Was he in Tesco? Or Waitrose or something like that? No, which convention were you at today, George? Let us know in the chat. Where did you meet him? Where did you see him? Let us know. Good to see you all in the chat. Oh, Funky is saying, 8K coming soon. Is that serious? Oh, yeah, Bill Harry also saying the talk is 8K. Wow. Well,
that's interesting. I hope it doesn't. I find that upgrading is great and it looks lovely, but sometimes, certainly for older classic Doctor Who, sometimes if it's been upscaled, it looks, you can see all it's not very forgiving, is what I'm trying to say. So I think that's maybe a problem. The sharper it gets, the more you can see. I love spotting mistakes or brushes on the scenery with paint, whatever, painting a backdrop or whatever. I love all that, but it does become unforgiving to show the standard or the budget kind of thing, if you know what I mean. Which is not a bad thing really, but it does really show up a little bit, you know.
I think there's been a rumor about DVDs going out. It's going to be completely gone. It's going to be Blu-ray, 4K, and 8K.
That wouldn't surprise me because DVDs have been dwindling for years and years and years now, probably a decade. Let's face it, must be since the Blu-ray market. And you can get a Blu-ray player now for about $29.99, can't you? Really?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Off your usual sites and stuff like that. So it doesn't surprise me. But to go up to 8K already, goodness me, I do get confused with it all, Who viewers. Here's another confession. Thank you, Mark Greaves. Father JT is in. I was smug, he says, I was smug as RTD on Canal Street, getting the 4K ordered so cheap, telling people I was brought down to earth when the Blu-ray turned up and I'd ordered the wrong one. Oh, Mark.
Oh,
no. Oh, no. Oh, no. And you're going to have shop really, really hard for this now, because I'm getting reports now that this has started to sell out. It's now, that's it at the end now. So
I think like season 12 on the Blu-ray set, the BBC will bring it again in order to stop the scalpers. I hope they do anyway. Yeah.
It would make sense if it's going for like £700, wouldn't it?
Exactly. They can make more money from it, obviously.
Or they might be just as arrogant as the BBC are on occasions to say, actually, no, you've got the 4K edition there on a standard Blu-ray now. It was a collector's edition. I don't know. We'll wait and see. Derek Hart. Just after Wednesday show, I checked the Steelbook on Amazon and I was planning to say, oh, it's still available. To my surprise and mouth drop, it's $699 and it might be more. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Goodness
Wow.
me. Right. So, Julianne. I've got to the age where I doubt my eyes will appreciate 8K. Julianne, I'm the same. With the 4K. Now, I have to say, I noticed the difference on this to the original Blu-ray version. Obviously, I mean, now let's have a count. I've got the VHS of this. I got the Blu-ray version of this. I've got this version of this. Am I missing one?
The DVD version as well, yeah.
Oh, of course, the DVD twice. So they've got 5 versions of the TV movie.
Yeah.
Okay. I have to say, when I put the Blu-ray on, gentlemen, of this, oh my goodness, I did see the difference, even with my eyes. I really did see that it was crisp, everybody. Crisp. Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah.
One particular bit that stood out for me is the bit where you see the master's eyes at the start during the titles and they come zooming towards you. They sharpened that up, but it looks a bit, again, the effects being sharpened a little bit. It's really clear, but it looks like a special effect a little bit, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
It does. Now, it reminded me when I was watching it. Damn, I didn't ask this when Phil Siegel came on the show. I was going to ask him, was that a mask? And it's clear as well on the eyes of the master at the beginning, because it looks like there's a mask over the actor's face, because it's it's sort of protruding a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I meant to ask him, did you stick a plastic mask or something on the gentleman? Gordon Tipple, as we now know. But yeah, I mean, it does look good, doesn't it? That whole, from that moment when you see Scaro and you pass through Scaro, crisp, everybody. That's the word I'm using for the 4K. Beautiful.
There's one thing else that I hadn't noticed before on the DVD or Blu-ray version was the fact you can see like it's almost like there's mist or something going around Scaro as well.
Yes, you can see that.
And I never noticed that before.
Also, the got rid of was in some of the scenes from the original print that was aired on television. There was a bit of a haze tint on the film. They got rid of that. You can actually see what the director's vision was of the episode, TV movie, and the TARDIS is like come to life. It's like they just filmed it last week. It's just like
yeah. And you have to remind yourself this is 90s. This is the 90s. This is 1996 they filmed this. Because it does look, again, it's beautiful. I'm your servant to say the Steelbook is sold out online, but supposedly HMV have added more in store. So there you go. There's a little tip for you all, everybody. If you're looking for this, if you're watching and you're looking at this, or you're watching another one, or wanting another one, which I will certainly be going to be looking at after this show. So good night, everybody. We have to go because I've got to make money. No, no, I think I will. I'll go now because if it's selling for 700, I've got no shame. No shame. I'd buy it and sell it for 700. No shame. No shame.
I'm with you on that one. Yeah, that'd be very handy. Yeah.
You won't get that. Who's going to pay £700?
Yeah.
Who's going to pay £700? Johnny the Cabbage is saying, I fancy crisps now. Ooh, what flavour? Lamb and mint from Tesco.
Yeah.
That was quite nice. Yeah. Oh, no, it's lovely. It reminds me of Christmas. And I'm vegetarian. Juliana is saying the Steelbook is going for £80 on eBay. You're
Wow.
all swapping notes. Mark Greaves saying there are 2 copies on eBay, one at 54, the other at 73. My bids are already in. Mark, tomorrow, get yourself down to your nearest HMV.
Yeah.
See if they've got one
Or
there.
jump online immediately. Not
Yeah.
immediately, after this. Yeah.
Yeah. Funky is saying that I never noticed until the 4K version that Sylvester's hat is perched on a statue inside the TARDIS. I've noticed that before as he runs to the console.
Yeah.
But it's a lovely bit, isn't it? All these little bits were coming out at you now, and the colours in the TARDIS looked electrifying. They looked absolutely beautiful. The greens, the reds, the oranges, the yellows, it all on the console, everything just, and I just love the way everything's so clear.
Yeah.
You know, I think you're right, Lex. That sort of fuzziness seems to have gone from the VHS and the DVD version, and it's just, it must be brilliant on the big cinema screen that Bedouin went to see. You know,
I'm sure it was superb. Yeah, when the camera pans along the kind of like the doctor's desk, and you see the 900-year-old diary and stuff like that, and the hats and stuff, it looks amazing. Really clear, and you can make it the detail much clearer on all the props around that area. Superb.
Yeah. And had they shot more of the TARDIS, we would have been able to see things, because you can see things in the background a little bit more clearly now as well, can't you? Like and stuff. I noticed. Legion of James is saying the sound was improved as well from the previous Blu-ray release. The audio was deeper and more full, if you know what I mean. I certainly do. Did you notice though in the opening sequence they got rid of what I call that bubble music when the TARDIS spins round?
Yeah,
that's gone.
Oh, really? I didn't notice that.
Yeah, it has this sort of squelchy bubble music when the TARDIS spins round to the camera and then goes away again. Have another look, because it's gone, and it's quite it's now clean. It's sort of silent, which I never liked that sort of noise. Didn't suit the TARDIS. And Mark McIntosh saying to us, the TARDIS console does look so bright and flashy. It's beautiful. Yeah.
And the lighting's good as well. Where you see Sylvester when he goes up to the TARDIS, his face goes blue. And when it's danger, the red lighting comes down, and you can see it more clearly now than ever.
Yeah. I mean, we know the work they did on restoring this. I mean, getting all the film from America and all the time that they've put this together, and it shows. And they've done a cracking job, haven't they?
We're really spoiled with this. We are. I mean, this is obviously, like we said already, it's kind of like it's harking back to the collection sets, isn't it? And it's really the care and love into it is really nice. The artwork on the box, the extras, the quality of the movie itself. There's a lot of care and attention. We're very spoiled, definitely. I would say,
yeah.
The only downside with it is before the main menu comes on, they had to put on the Who's Universe trailer thing, which annoyed me.
Yeah,
is that the awful Jodie thing?
Universe.
The universe thing.
Why? I reckon that's because at the time, of course, it was there and it was available, and they would have had to have had some sort of directive from you know whom to say everything must tie in together as part of the Whoniverse. So I reckon that was put there and just forgotten about and then put on. That's the BBC Studios decision. I don't think it's anything to do with the fellas that are doing all the restoration. But somebody at BBC Studios did that. But yeah, there was no need for it to be there. And I must admit, Lex, when that thing came up, I went, oh, God.
I was waiting to press the skip button, but you couldn't press the skip button to get rid of it.
Well, we got this from Bill Lowry saying the 5.1 audio on the Blu-ray makes a big difference to the experience. And Julianne saying the TARDIS interior does look beautiful in this release. The sound, it does sound different, doesn't it? I mean, I even I noticed that. There's something about the quality of the sound now that it's not as, is muffled the right word?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It's Dolby Atmos sound on the Blu-ray and the 4K, and you can tell there's a total difference in the sound. You can hear the Daleks more in the prologue.
That's not a good thing, though, is it?
Oh no.
you can hear McGann's voiceover more clearly.
Yeah.
Because it was a bit muffled on the DVD and video when it first came out. You had to really turn up to this McGann's voiceover.
Yeah, I wish they had changed the Dalek voices to the Daleks we all know and love. In the trailer for this back in the day in '96. But then again, I understand why they don't do stuff like that, because that would have been another alternative. They could have done. There are alternative openings in this. There's one which I didn't like it. It didn't work for me.
The Gordon Tipple one with the master doing the narration instead of Paul. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't feel right because
No.
it sounds too American.
Yeah,
No offense
yeah.
to American viewers, but it really sounds too American for me, to be honest.
And
Yeah.
also because it doesn't set up the story at all. I think the one that
Yeah.
McGann's done, although a lot of us at the time were going on about, oh my goodness, it's too much, it's too much, it's too much,
Yeah.
continuity. It works. In hindsight, it works. You need that. I think the Golden Tipper one would have been awful, but it would have been nice to have that third one where it was the proper Daleks rather than the Smurfs doing it.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I understand why they didn't, because if they'd done it on the movie, there would have been a small possible amount of fans that had gone, oh, you've messed with it and it's not the original version. So we've created our own folly there, haven't we, as fans?
If you go on YouTube, there's a great version with the Master from Destiny of the Doctor's video game with the real Daleks going into it, which is a fan-done version, which is fun if you want to find it. It's good fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I Destiny of the Daleks, I played at a mate's house years and years ago once, and I'm not a gamer. I can't.
It's a rubbish game. Anthony Ainley's sections are superb in it, and he's bonkers in it, brilliant. But the game itself's a bit,
Yeah. He says that line, don't he, in the game? He calling everyone, oh, Sprog, or something like that.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh, yeah, everything.
Yeah.
The Chipmunk Daleks are canon, says Johnny the Cabbage. Into the corner. Go on, Johnny the Cabbage. Get into that corner. Treat yourself to a little t-shirt while you're there. Off you go. And Funky is saying to us, I've got to say, I'm a little confused why it's the UK and US versions, including there's only 2 tiny differences. Why not the uncut and cut versions instead? I don't know. I think it's probably because one was the UK and one was the US. Ours had to be cut back in '96 because of a real life incident, of course, and the BBC didn't want to show all the gore, as it were. Probably the right decision at the time, because that's what they used to do. The BBC used to be decent like that and considerate. Yeah, so I don't know. It's an interesting point, but
I think in America, because they have more commercial breaks, they needed to have more filler for it. So
yeah, probably. Yeah, possibly. Rocky Terry Lee said, I didn't mind the Dalek voices. There is a fan-made opening using the computer game clips from the Anthony Ainley Destiny of the Doctor. I think I've seen that.
Yeah.
It's quite good, actually, as well. It's a bit better than...
Yeah, it is good. Yeah.
So, I mean, let's get into the features then. Actually, I want to just talk about this little book first, because this is very much in the vein of the standard editions of the booklets in the collection book. It's lovely. It's got that lovely new bit of artwork, as I showed the other day. It's a lovely bit of artwork, but it's just presented beautifully. The black, the blue, and the white all looks lovely. I think that is presented so nicely. That picture of McGann and Silv works so well. They've done that one really well. Yeah, I don't know what it is about that. It just works so well for me. I love that. It's really.
And
nice.
as Ian and I said on our review of the movie, that police box there is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely,
it is, isn't it?
It
is. And then there's a variant of one of your favourite pictures, of course, on the last few pages, Paul.
Oh yeah, the homage to Marco Polo almost. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a nice little write up there as well. I quite enjoyed that. It's nice to hear from Philip and see him as part of this, isn't it? Really, because there's no new feature with him on the. I think I don't know why he must have been busy, because there are. Let's have a look at this. There are very small or features or brand new interviews with Daphne Ashbrook and Eric Roberts and Yichi Stowe.
Yeah.
And that was all done at the Gallifrey One convention earlier this year.
Yeah.
Now, didn't Philip tell us he was there, or was he at the previous one or something? Because it's a shame they didn't manage to get him in that as well.
Yeah, I think he mentioned he may have been. Yeah, but I can't. But he's absent. The main absence on this whole thing is Paul McGann, which I'm really sad he's not got any new features on it, which is a real shame.
Yeah, I wonder why he wasn't there, because it's you would think they would have his Doctor on it, wouldn't you? I mean, you've got audio commentary too with Paul McGann and Sylvester, but no updated interview.
There's Easter eggs as well, isn't it? Like they used to do DVDs.
Easter egg for the writer's great, with he's telling the story about being on the gunfighters with his dad. That's fantastic, really nice.
Oh, I haven't found those. Where are the Easter eggs?
They're on. It's all on all the features section. They're all listed there. Just go onto them, and it's Matthew Jacobs' little tiny Easter egg of him telling the story. He'll be on the set of the gunfights because his dad played Doc Holliday, remember? So it's a lovely little story about that, which is nice.
I enjoyed the Janet meets Sylvester bit. Says
so did I. It was really good. Yeah.
What did you like about? I haven't got around to that bit yet. So what's that about?
Well, I don't want to spoil it too much for you, but it's really about McCoy's career, really. But they talk about their involvement both with Ken Campbell, and there's some lovely little extracts of McCoy performing on plays with Ken Campbell, and lots of bits of him on Vision On and things like that, and that kind of thing, which is lovely. And then there's more kind of up to date. Sort of, they're talking about their careers kind of in tandem a little bit, and when she became an agent and then became Paul McGann's agent, blah blah blah, that kind of thing, and it takes up right up to kind of the TV movie effectively, which is it's only 40 minutes long, but it's really good. Yeah.
Oh, I watched that later on. That's nice, isn't it? That's really good. I mean, it's a great looking booklet. It's nicely presented.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, really good. Interview quotes courtesy of Doctor Who magazine, conducted by Gary Gillett and Benjamin Cook, and thanks to Marcus Hearn. Yeah, a lot of people involved.
Marcus Hearn, yeah,
Marcus Hearn's great, isn't he? A lot of people involved with getting this to us. Which, as I say, for me, I would have liked to have seen it behind the sofa.
Yeah.
And I would have liked it had it been, a case of having. As they do in this behind the sofa features, I would have liked Peter, Colin, and Sylvester. And then some companions watching it as well to say, look, because that's become such a favorite part for me now of the collection box sets. I just think it's missing on this. So that's the only thing I'm going to fault it for. The fact that, hang on a minute, you missed a chance there to tie it in with the box sets beautifully.
Yeah.
Behind the sofa, but it is what it is, isn't it? It's a shame, though, I think, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The Jeffrey Sachs interview as well is really good. The hour-long one with Matthew Sweet. They've done similar ones on the collection sets as well with other companions and doctors, etc., and Graham Harper as well, which is really interesting because I don't know much about Jeffrey Sachs as a director, but it's interesting. Again, you hear his journey as a director and a floor manager, etc., and all that kind of stuff, which is really interesting.
Yeah, as Funky is saying to us here, the Jeffrey Sachs in conversation is really good. I've only watched a bit of that, but it's nice to see him, isn't it? Because these are people we don't tend to see that much. Really.
And he seems a really modest man, which is lovely. So he seems really down to earth. Because some directors can be a bit sort of highfalutin, can't they? But he comes across as a real down to earth, ordinary guy, but with a lot of talent.
And as we talked about when we reviewed the Panini 8th Doctor special, the Doctor Who magazine special, which is available now. There's a lovely interview in with him there, and as we talked about, he's done so much, and you don't suddenly realise that somebody lists everything, and you go, oh my god, he was in that, and he was in that, he was in that. Oh goodness me! So it's nice that he comes across as,
down to earth. Yeah.
Let's have a look at this. Behind the Sofa would have been amazing, says Matt Inspiel. Like you, JT, it's my favourite on the box set. And Julianne wants to know, is Janet contracted to be on every classic Who-related release? Possibly. Who knows? Graham is also saying to us here, it sounds like a decent lot of special features on this, to be fair. Hello, PVFS. It's nice to see you. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. And Alan Hunting with us saying, some lovely new photos in the Daphne interview. So unfortunate there's no photo gallery. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing yes, you're right. That's the other thing I thought was missing. Yes. I've just realised. I knew there was something. When you get that feeling, there's something else that could have continued over, it's the photo gallery. Yeah.
I've still got the original Blu-ray from where it's got the Night of the Doctor on it. I'm sure the photo gallery's on that one.
Did any of you watch the alternative takes?
Yes, I did. Is that the one that ones have got the give him the keys? That one. Is that the one?
Yeah, that's famous, that one now, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
The audition one's still the same, isn't it? The one. Where,
the audition one's going to be the same we've had there. Yeah, that's it. I mean, a lot was taken over, like the Strip for Action, Tomorrow's Times, and the Wilderness Years, the Doctor Strange Love. That was all taken from the DVD, wasn't it? Previous.
Yeah, and the Strip for Action one's great. Having done some of the comic strip already, it was a lovely little kind of journey through his monthly adventures on the comic strips, and the bits of Radio Times as well, which is really nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have to admit, going back to the TV movie, what made it more like brand new for the first time again was the regeneration scene. Sound effect sound great, and the remaster on that was fantastic. And the Doctor's costume for McGann, you can actually see it more on the transfer. You couldn't see it on the original.
Yeah, it's true. And you can actually tell that it's a sort of bottle green now.
Yeah.
You know, because you couldn't really in the original, but it does come out now in the colours, you know, because it's so rich. No, it's right. I mean, the whole regeneration scene itself, I've always liked that regeneration scene because it's quick and it's snappy and it's done, you know. So that's how I appreciate it. Not like today where you get them dying for about a week.
And I remember seeing a wonderful interview with Clayton Hickman talking about this, and it all makes me laugh, and it's true. And McCoy's doing all the gunning, and then Paul McGann's reluctantly doing the gunning at the end. It's got interesting.
Although it does match, doesn't it? Because McGann can't do what McCoy does. McCoy can do that very well. McGann can't, can he? And, you know, but it matches. I love the fact that this version has the effects, though, not just for the regeneration lightning, but other things like the Master Snake are just toned that little bit. They're just a little bit more cleaner, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know, and I appreciate that. I think that's very nice.
I think they're cleaner, but I think they look more superimposed. They're more obviously special effects. I mean, whereas I thought in the original version prior to this, it was less detectable of being a special effect. I know it's a special effect, but you know what I mean? It looks like it's cleaner, but it looks like it's going to tacked on a bit. More CSO-y almost, if that makes sense. Yeah.
On the remaster, you can actually still see the ADR dub line.
Oh, you can, yeah.
You can actually see
I have 13 lives that way. Yeah.
Because originally he says I have 12 lives, don't there? And there's still people where that's wrong. We've got to redub that. So you can see that. Yeah. I've always forgiven that though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But the remaster, you can actually see it more in sharpness, and you go, oh, you can actually see it.
Yeah. Right. Like one of those old adverts. You know, when you used to get an advert over from Australia or something, they put a British actor over it.
And it's out of sync. Yeah. Like spaghetti westerns. It's like, hello.
Like spaghetti westerns.
Yeah.
It was interesting, says Matt Enspiel, in the Yi Chi interview where he described how he saw his character. Apparently, he worked very closely with Jeffrey Sachs to develop him. Plus, he was scared of Eric. Yeah, I love all these little bits that are still all these years later. Now, bearing in mind that they've met each other since on and off at conventions, especially in America. You know, for a one-off, that's unusual, isn't it? Because usually they would do something and then it wouldn't go to series and that was it, you know. But no, it's Doctor Who, so it's different. So you get wheeled out of these things 30, 40, 50 years later, depending what era of the show you're in. So it is interesting to hear about this. And Yuchi was very, I mean, I can't believe that, you know, obviously now he's a more experienced actor as well. He talked about his family in this as well, didn't he? And you just think, crikey, you know, but he's very honest. And I think that's a good thing because Daphne is too. Daphne says this thing about, you know, set was okay. And I'm paraphrasing now, I'm not quoting it directly. Set was okay until somebody turned up. Can you guess who it was? And we all go, yes.
And that's somebody's barking mad in his interview, isn't he? Yeah.
He seems completely oblivious to it all, doesn't he?
Yeah.
You know,
it's nice you've got his wife there as well, actually. It's good to have the two of them giving a bit of an opinion as well. It's quite nice.
They're joined at the hip, aren't they?
Seem to be, yeah.
Because she mentions that they've worked together since Doctor Who, haven't they? And they've done things together as husband and wives in various shows. And I'm like, really? That's amazing. But it's quite nice, really, because Mr. Roberts seems very oblivious to this fact that because he was a method actor at the time, as we all know, and he was bringing the Master to work.
Yeah,
you know, it had that effect on everybody else to be able to say, "Oh God."
It still made me laugh though when he said he'd looked at the old Masters, Anthony Lee Rhodes Delgado or whatever, and said, "I want to make my Master more realistic." So okay. And I said it before, and he spit up my tea when he said that. But
he feels more like the Terminator where he walks in the room.
He does,
Terminator 1, Terminator 2. You know, the way he walks in the room, goes, "I had a late night."
I love that kind of. He does that with his hands on the window, like he's like a reptile or something. You know, it's kind of.
He says that line, which nowadays you wouldn't be able to say anymore. The Asian child.
The Asian child.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there is definitely. I think I know what he's getting at when Mr. Roberts says he is definitely different to Roger and to Anthony.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
He is more of an American master.
Yeah, but he's definitely going the way of what we got later, and we'll talk about that, I'm sure, next month. But he's going the way of being more kind of super villain, rather than the master. Because I think people used to complain about Anthony being a bit over the top, a bit kind of crazy, but I think he's more subtle than Eric Roberts in comparison, frankly. But that's just me. But, yeah.
Anthony Ainley is more subtle than anybody that follows him. Come on, let's face it. Let's face it. But I sort of know what Eric was trying to do with this, and he was bulking it up really for an American audience because we know that the TV movie was aimed more at an American audience rather than the established British audience, who I'm sure they assumed would just go with it. I don't think they would have let it gone to series, from what we know, but that's just my personal opinion. But it's a case of in this one, he knew what sort of villain he wanted to be for an American audience. And it is very much that sort of, guest star of the week type format villain, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Rocking Terry Lee is saying to us, the scene of the seventh Doctor in the emergency room and being sedated was horrifying to watch. And when he suffers the heart attack, it's traumatizing. Yeah. A lot of that was cut in the British version, of course, back in the day. For that very reason. And I remember when I first saw it, Rocking Terry Lee, when they put it back in for the DVD or whatever it was going to be, I remember thinking, no, I would have taken that out as well. It was too much seeing the seventh Doctor screaming like that, I thought.
And as I said before, I think it's in a review, I found it unintentionally funny, and it shouldn't have been. But I'm glad they took it out originally, because it doesn't feel like the Doctor dying in a more naturalistic setting.
It's very dark.
It feels too real. Yeah.
Very dark for the Doctor to die like that. I think Sylvester was trying something new. I think he probably regrets doing it now.
I think they were saying to do with Sylv. It was in the script, so half it was in the script. That's how we had to do it, and that's how we had to play it. I mean, it was their gig, and as Sylvester said at gigs in the past, over the many years now we've had since this thing was shown, he went, did what he was told, took the American money, went home.
He says on the interview with him and Janet that he feels, and we kind of feel the same way a little bit, he would prefer to have actually been just McGann for the entire movie. And he did suggest if it went to series, maybe they could show what happened to him in a flashback or something. They could have done that maybe, rather than bombarding the audience with too much kind of continuity in one go. But I think he's right. I think it would have been a better movie without McGann, as much as I love him being in it. McCoy rather being in it. I think it'd be better without him. Yeah.
Hindsight, as we keep saying, is a wonderful thing. Isn't it? Wonderful thing. But Philip wanted it, and he's still very proud of that, isn't he? As he mentioned when he came to see us, he came to talk to us. He loves it. Andy is saying, well, I'm glad we didn't have to see Sylvester's horrid sweater in 4K. It's much better outfit in this. With Graham also saying, Sylv looks really good in this. I really love his costume. It suits his Doctor, I think, the costume. I remember when I first saw it all those years ago, just thinking, I like that. That's okay.
Yeah, the waistcoat makes a huge difference. It really does. Yeah.
It's a little homage to his original costume from the series with a little upgrade.
Yes, it is, and the trousers are still tartan. That's and it's nice. It's just It's until the Seventh Doctor has moved on, and it still has that important thing that we all like as fans, which is a template for the Doctor. And why John didn't go for something like that? God love him. Why? I don't know, because it suits Sylvester down to the ground.
At least he's still got his hat though. That's a good thing.
His own hat as well. You can imagine him wearing it on the plane going over there, can't you?
Yeah.
It's time for another confession now, with Matt Enspiel saying, okay, confession time from me, Father JT. I had a McGann green velvet coat, waistcoat, pewter cravat, and shoes that fitted not so perfectly outfit for my first wedding. How many of you had? Honestly. But yes, I'm sure you did. And you're not alone. A lot of Doctor Who fans took that look from McGann because it was easy to do. And this is at the time before cosplaying was a thing in the United Kingdom. So I remember seeing various people, not at Doctor Who conventions necessarily, but at things like weddings and events. I think I even did something myself once, something very similar to it as well, because it was smart. And when you went to something formal, you could get away with that. You just say, I'll go to that because that's something
Wasn't there a Hugh Jackman comedy film where he was from the past and he comes to the future and he wore like a similar Paul McGann costume?
Don't know, couldn't tell you, but probably because that look that McGann is wearing, not only is it sort of homage to the first Doctor in a sense, with the wig and everything like this, but also because it's that sort of idea that Americans especially, and I don't mean this in an offensive way, have of what a time traveler would look like.
Yeah.
That whole H.G. Wells thing. So you've got the H.G. Wells Jules Verne type TARDIS, you've got the H.G. Wells book, and then you've got this sort of outfit. You know, very nice. John the Computer Doctor, and on the full K, crisp, looks gorgeous. Mr. Roberts is very hands-on, says John the Computer Doctor. And John Roberts is saying to us, I didn't mind Eric Roberts, Master. He's okay. No relation, by the way. I was going to say.
No, he's related to Julia Roberts, isn't he? I heard.
He is, yeah. Alan Hunting said to us, Eric was very complimentary about Paul, yet Jeffrey et al. Not a bad word. When he said he'd return, that would be, shouldn't it? I hate all this predictive text and stuff when on the messages because you can't read it. When he said he'd return, had it gone to series, I remembered in your Phil Siegel interview that he wouldn't have had him back. Yeah, Phil Siegel did say he wouldn't have had Eric Roberts back as the Master. It would have moved on. And he's probably aware of that, actually, because Phil also said that when they last met, it wasn't pretty. And we left it there.
Really?
On our show, do you not remember?
I remember, yes, I do remember, yeah. But I'd forgotten they'd met, that was the thing, because that was...
They met at the Gallifrey One convention, and it wasn't a brilliant meeting, so we left it there, because we don't pry here on this channel. So we didn't really want to know. Right, what else? Lots of you talking about Eric there now. PVFS is saying that Delgado was the Master, hard to beat. Funky wants to know, has anyone seen the Eric Roberts Mythmakers, where he's interviewed by his wife? I hadn't, but I've heard it's very good. Steve Braddock saying to us, Eric Roberts is completely mesmerizing as his version of the Master. And Mark McIntosh, Eric Roberts seems just as much as fruitcake as Anthony Ainley was.
Yeah, like that scene where he gets sprayed by the fire extinguisher by the Doctor, and that's very get this off me.
Yeah, because his body can't afford, because it's a decaying human, it can't afford, can it, to have anything helping the decay, the process, and accelerating the process of decay. Again, those whole shots in the ambulance, though, look really good in this now. The shadows are exactly what they should be. They are shadows, you know, and the lighting is... I never appreciated the lighting in the ambulance, but it's very good. It's how it should be. It's quite spooky as well.
It's a little bit creepy vibe to it, And I like the fact they did try to make it scary as well, which is good, and it's atmospheric. It's lovely. Yeah,
and I think this 4K has brought that element out a little bit more to be able to say, "Oh, look, that looks good. It looks really good." Roger Delgado says Legion James was an impossible act to follow. Ainley brought the Master into the 80s, then Roberts gave us the 90s version, but that's where the Master ended. What came after was all pantomime. We're going to be talking a lot more about the Master throughout June, because we have our series Master of the Universe starting next week here on the channel. So make sure you're with us. The shows are up there for you now. We're going to have a great big discussion about the Master, yes, including the one I don't know. I don't know his name. He looks like the Joker.
Sacha Dhawan.
Thank you.
Yeah, not my favorite.
He's very good. He's very good in Adventure in Space and Time. He plays Waris Hussein.
Yeah, he's good at that. Yeah.
But as the Master, he's a bit too jokery, really, for me as well.
We're going to be talking about all of that in our Master launch show, Master of the Universe. See what I did there? And then we're going to be looking at various Master shows throughout the month of June, so come and join us. We're going to be looking at The Mind of Evil. We're going to be celebrating the Deadly Assassins anniversary. And then we're going to be looking at Time Flight. And then rounding it all off at the end of June, we're going to be tying our Master season in with our celebration of the Cybermen's 60th Who viewers as we look at the Peter Capaldi episode, The World Enough and Time, and The Doctor Falls.
Yeah, the first episode's good.
Two versions of the Master I'd really rather forget. Hello, Darren79. McCoy had the umbrella with him, but of course there was no way it would have been included in this. Yeah, I mean, Phil Siegel said no when Sylph said, "Do you want me to bring the umbrella?" And Siegel said quite rightly, no. It wouldn't have looked good in this. It wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have fit, would it? Because that Doctor sort of
That question mark thing was still
it's all
there on the
gone.
umbrella,
Yeah.
so
It was
gone.
too much, really. Yeah.
And there was enough of it, wasn't it? Dan also saying to us that the material of McGann's coat was on every wedding outfit in the 90s. Yeah, velvet.
Yeah.
I had a few of them myself because I was always wearing. I still wear velvet occasionally today because it's back in. It's back in.
I've got a black velvet jacket as well, which I used to wear to parties. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, it's back in. You can get some beautiful ones now. They're absolutely fantastic.
Well, if it still fits me, I'll try it on. That'll be fine. But
hi, Steve Andrews. Hi, guys. I bought my copy yesterday, but not watched it yet because I only get the normal one in a plastic case. If you look through the chat, guys, Steve, the guys have been saying that apparently you can get it in HMV online and stuff now. Or if you've got HMV near to you, go in the shop and have a look. Matt and Spiel is saying, yeah, I did see what you did there, JT. Thank you for that, Matt. Thank you. Funky is saying the moment of the snake master crawling through Bruce's jacket is now very creepy.
I always thought it was quite creepy. I actually found the bit where he goes down his throat even creepier. That's horrible, that bit. And you see it kind of pressing on his chest. It's horrible. It goes in, is it? That makes it
You saw it on the DVD and the original Blu-ray, but it wasn't very, clear, the image. But now with the remaster, you can actually see it more. That the snake going into the coat and going into Eric Roberts' character, which becomes the master. And the morphing effect as well, it looks better as well in the remaster.
So it looks, you've seen it in the 4K.
Yeah.
The Blu-ray version of the 4K. So I imagine that the 4K actual disc itself is even better quality.
About 20% better, yeah.
Right.
So it's you're still getting on the new Blu-ray version. You're still getting a good one as well.
Yeah.
I'm not. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I was so impressed with it.
There's one thing on the Blu-ray in the titles when you see the TARDIS spinning through space in the vortex. That looks amazing. The definition is so sharp.
Yeah,
it looks a lot better. It looks a lot better now.
Yeah, even the bit where the TARDIS is towards Earth.
Yeah.
In the yes, it is. Again, it's just beautiful, isn't it? It just looks so much nicer.
Yeah.
In the actual show, it's amazing what they can do with this. It's amazing. Hi, Nate Channel. Nate Channel's just joined us. It's I mean, if the guys that put this together and looked after this, I want to say huge congratulations to every single one of them because the work in this has been amazing.
Yeah.
It really has. So picture restoration and film conform by Paul Vanessis, film scanning by David Palfreyman at Telemedia, colorist Darren Mostyn at Online Creative, audio remastering and mixes by Mark Ayres, 24 track transfers by Tom Holden, post-production by The Ark, graphics and maps by Steve Proster. So, and the rest of it, and design illustration, definitely Lee Binding.
Good. Yeah.
So congratulations to them, because this is just, I was so impressed watching this, noticing immediately after years of having the original Blu-ray, the DVD, the VHS. I think this is going to be the nearest to perfection that we are ever going to get.
Yeah.
The version that was supposed to be put out, I think it was supposed to be. The way it was supposed to look, Yeah,
I don't think they're going to get it any crisper than this. No. This is it. This is the
unless we get an 8K version for version 6.
I'll have to wait every more years for that one. 8K will be expensive at the moment when it comes out.
Funky saying to us, talking about the morphing, I finally noticed McGann being superimposed over Eric in this transfer. Now, I've always quite noticed that, to be quite honest. I've always noticed the bit at the end in the cloister room where it goes.
When they do that head thing, yeah.
I've always noticed that, but I've known Paul. Many of my chums over the years have said, "What do you mean McGann's in it? They can't see him."
Yeah,
but
I saw it.
Now they can. Yeah, now they can. It is a lot clearer.
Even in the remaster, you can see it more of McGann's face. It was like because of the transfer we got. It was a little bit fuzzed when you saw, that's McGann quickly.
Yeah.
But now when I watched it last night, it's like, wow, you can actually see him clearly now.
Yeah. We've got this from Mark McIntosh as well. I mean, I can't say to you, if you haven't seen it yet, or you haven't got it yet, get the Blu-ray in this cleaned up version because it's absolutely gorgeous. Get it when you can. Mark McIntosh saying to us, have you seen Philip Siegel restoring the TARDIS prop on his Sprueverse channel? It's great. I have, and it's absolutely wonderful, isn't it? And it's massive. It's a huge prop. That's the one from the title sequence. It's huge.
Yeah.
It's massive. And it's just brilliant. So yeah, great. That's a great one. Anchor Gray, hello to you. I've always thought McCoy's inclusion confusing for an American audience, but it actually helps them make sense of the master's plan to take the rest of the Doctor's regenerations by showing the process. That's a good point, actually, Paul.
Yeah.
That is a good point. Unfortunately, there wasn't that much of an American audience anyway, was there? We now know in hindsight, which is a shame. All right, so guys, favorite bits of this then? Any standouts for you in this beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous thing they've given us?
The Eye of Harmony looks more epic now on the remaster. You can actually see it more clearly. The stone effect of the eye, and the film location shots, like the night scenes and that, look more clear, and that's
true.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, night shoots, as we all know, are incredibly expensive.
Yeah,
and you want it to be seen. But I think you're right. I think on this version, you can tell it's a night shoot, and it looks really nice. Similar to the fact that when they're doing anything in the daytime, that looks quite nice. There's that whole bit where Chan-Li goes to the TARDIS for the first time in that alleyway. That looks lovely. Although I do think it could look like it was filmed somewhere in London.
Yeah.
It does look nice.
Yeah, and Grace's apartment, you can see it more now, and the landscape.
Yeah, she was on some money, wasn't she?
Yeah, what I particularly like was the end sequence by the fountain with the TARDIS goes, and you can really tell it's raining.
Yeah.
I've read many stories about the fact that Paul McGann's wig and Daphne Atwood's hair was all soaked with the rain, but you can really see it in the shots. It's skiing it down. It really is.
That poor coat.
Yeah.
Velvet does not do well in water.
It doesn't. No.
Poor coat. They must have had about 8 or 9 versions of it, for heaven's sake, maybe more. There was one thing I want to talk about as well, actually, which I don't know if any of you noticed. The scene where Sylve's Doctor, the 7th Doctor, is wheeled in for his X-ray.
Yeah,
has been clipped slightly, because I remember clearly the Doctor is lying there, right, and you hear that. And then there's a clip of the X-ray with the 2 hearts at that point.
Yeah, I remember that.
In this version, that's gone.
Wow.
So where's that gone?
Is that on the uncut version?
No, it's just on the British version. Do you remember, everybody? Because it went, and you saw a quick clip. I always quite like that sort of dramatic cutaway to the X-rays, and I didn't notice it this time. It wasn't there. I'm sure it's been taken out. Am I going balmy? Will I have to watch it again? Probably.
Yeah, I don't remember it being missing, but I know the bit you're talking about. Yeah. I need to watch it again and see.
Yeah. Next time you watch it, look at it, because I think it's gone. I think it's been clipped out.
Yeah. I only watched the British version of it.
I did as well. Yeah,
I'm going to watch the other version later, but I might watch the second one first and make a comparison. But I'll look out for that. Yeah, see if it's there. Yeah.
I haven't watched the American version yet because, quite frankly, I don't like the screaming and all that in it.
Yeah.
I don't, just those wee bits. It just, I don't know. For me, having watched the American version once before, I just thought, ooh.
I think what looks really good now in the remaster, you can see it more clearly now. When the Doctor's doesn't know where he is, and he's walking around getting out the morgue, and you see the reflection of Boris Karloff's Frankenstein's monster
on the door,
the door, and he goes, "Oh,
yeah."
You can actually see it now more on the remaster. It's really good.
Yeah.
Of course, that's not the first time the Doctor's seen the Frankenstein monster, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Alan Hunting is saying the scene is there, but the Hearts image isn't put back over. Thank you, Alan. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the scene is there. That clip, that cutaway to the X-ray has gone. I like that. I don't know why I don't know why it's been taken away, because I always thought it worked. I thought it was a nice little.
As was said before, keep your Blu-rays and your DVDs just in case. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. I still got the original one.
How many discs in the Steelbooks are Steve Andrews? It's 3, my friend. You've got the 4K disc, you've got the Blu-ray version, the new Blu-ray version, and then you've got the special features. So you've got 3 discs in the set. Okay, and there's Lex to show you. There they are. There.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, and it's very nice. It is very, very nice. We're going to be coming up to scores on the TARDIS scores for this very soon, everybody. But before that, I just want to say to the fellas, any other standouts you want to talk about?
I love the sequences when they go back to the TARDIS, and you get the lovely shot of the policeman driving in on the bike. That's lovely. I like that. It looks great. And when they go into the TARDIS itself, I've always loved that bit when he pulls the lever and you see the universe.
Oh yeah,
above the ceiling of the TARDIS, which is great, and that looks amazing on this, even sharper than it was before. Yeah, that's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. The picture doesn't do it justice, of course, but it is absolutely clear as crystal on the 4K version. Now it's absolutely stunning.
What looks clear now, you know, when he's put that device on the Doctor to try and get his regenerations, you can actually see on the remaster Paul McGann's tears coming down because of the pain of that device. You can actually see it more clearly now.
Yeah.
He was suffering for his art there, obviously, clearly.
He was. Apparently that thing did hurt him, and he never moaned about it once because he's a pro.
Exactly.
Let's get into we've got some couple of questions here. Mark McIntosh saying to us, it's a nice touch, the link to the original Frankenstein. It's alive during the regeneration. That's the thing about this. Even back in 1996, when we first watched it, when we bought the VHS, because the VHS, of course, we all know came out before the transmission on BBC One. It was very stylish Doctor Who. It was a very stylized, glossy version. I think that impressed an awful lot of us to think, oh, this is what it could look like from now on, this beautiful cinematic version. And Gray, is the 4K version much better than the standard HD Blu-ray? I've not got a 4K player and the discs are dearer. Not sure if it's worth the extra cost to upgrade. I would say, even if you give yourself, at some point the Blu-ray will come down. The standard edition will come down in price. It absolutely will. Give it a year, maybe a year and a bit. Get it when you can. Absolutely. It's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. What do you think, guys?
Oh, definitely. It's definitely a step up. Whether you've got the 4K or not, the Blu-ray version is really good. Yeah.
Well, 4Ks are slowly going down in price now as well. Since
I'm not surprised that there's another bloody version on its way.
Yeah. How much is a kind of bog standard 4K player, Alex? Any idea?
£179.
Right. Okay. And that's the lower end of the market, then, is it?
It's a Panasonic one. That's a basic one. Yeah, it plays all three: DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K.
Oh.
Yeah. The music is lovely with that Frankenstein's theme, says Pete Harrington. Hiya, Pete. How are you?
Yeah.
I want to again give a shout out to John Debney for the music to this. It is absolutely gorgeous music. The only thing for this year that hasn't, I mean, I'm delighted to have this. I'm delighted that our 8 at 30 series has gone really well. Thank you to Panini for giving us a Doctor Who magazine special. The only thing that's missing for me is a release of the John Debney official soundtrack on vinyl. That would be a real gift. So if anybody's watching this, can you please get the clearances to do that? Silver screen, whomever. You can put it on Deep Blue or something like that, and you can release it. It will sell. I would certainly buy a couple of copies of that. Absolutely gorgeous. Because I've got the CD, and you can get it on the Tube of Who. I know you can, but I would love a vinyl version of it because I think that would sound absolutely fantastic.
Also, JT, what was fantastic? They didn't cut that out, did they? Which was fantastic. The tribute at the end.
Yeah, the John Pelton tribute. Yeah,
it's still there.
Yeah,
still there.
Yeah. We've got this from Alan, who's saying, it's weird not having the Pertwee McGann logo on the covers for this. The Baker one doesn't really suit it. Well, that's what we're talking about there, isn't it? Which is a version, of course, of our beautiful Pertwee Tom Baker logo. But of course, that is now the brand logo. And I'll be saying to you, Alan, with the show off air, I'm glad we're stuck with that.
Yeah.
That'll be the logo moving forward.
Unless they rebrand it again and do something else, they might do that. You never know.
Well, I can't see it. We're going to be talking about this more on headlines tomorrow. I can't see Doctor Who now coming back, but been proved wrong before. But I am absolutely delighted that that's the logo that's going to be taking us through any future Wilderness years. Because my goodness, mind you, we had it in the original Wilderness years after a while.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. I want to just point out this to you as well, actually, everybody, as part of what we've been doing this month. We've been looking at some of the other interviews that have come up around and about the Paul McGann TV movie. And this is a funny one. This might take a lot of you right back, possibly to 1995, because the Radio Times this week, Doctor Who TV movie director recalls actor who came extremely close to playing the 8th Doctor. Jeffrey Sachs has reflected on the casting of Paul McGann and the actor who almost played the 8th Doctor instead. Paul, you were there. Any names coming to mind?
Was it Harry Van Gorkum or something like that? Was that
10 points for Paul. There was a guy
I'm
called
such a nerd. I'm really sorry. Yes.
There was a guy called Harry Van Gorkum, and
Yeah.
he came extremely close, and he had a huge amount of charisma, he said. I think what happened was we were pushing for him, and I think the BBC said at the time, well, we would like somebody with a bit more of a name, because obviously, although Doctor Who's got the brand, we just want to make it really special. So if you can find a name, somebody who's already more established in the UK, let's go with that. And that's how Paul became involved. Explaining why McGann ultimately won the role, Sachs said someone, and again, I don't remember who, because it's such a long time ago, brought Paul's name into the mix. And we just said, well, yeah, that makes sense. And we offered it to him. I just think from the work he'd done on the various shows, he just seemed to be what we were looking for. Everybody else we met, some of them were very, very good indeed, but we just thought that's just not quite right. Sachs added that McCann's comic touch was also key to the performance, having recently revisited the TV movie at the BFI screening. Paul had the comedy as well, because there's quite a lot of humor, he said. We had the screening at the BFI, and I'd forgotten how many laughs were there in it, and a lot of them came from Paul. Van Gorkum, who is pictured there as well, has previously spoken about his near miss with Doctor Who, telling Doctor Who magazine in 2021, there are only 2 roles in the world where if the phone goes and you've got it overnight, your life has changed. James Bond and Doctor Who. He recalled being told after his audition that he had won the role before being informed that the BBC wanted somebody with a bit more of a name. So that was it. I was absolutely crushed, Van Gorkum said. I'm not bitter about it at all. I was mortified at the time, but that's the career I've picked. Van Gorkum went on to appear in shows including Friends, Charmed, CSI, and 24, while Paul McGann's casting as the Doctor led to a long association with the franchise. So we all know that, but it just took me back that when because I remember hearing that name around about 1995, which is when they would have been auditioning. Now we know.
He's got a little bit of a look to McGann, hasn't he, as well? In the face, a little bit.
Maybe. When I remember hearing his name and thinking, who?
I remember hearing his name thinking, I'm never ever going to be able to say that.
Yeah.
And in the roll call of doctors, I just thought that's going to look.
Well,
really
if you look, everyone their auntie was auditioned, weren't they? Just about, you know.
Yeah, I think so. I think my aunt was actually. No, she wasn't. She wasn't. Lots of you in the chat. Oh, look at this. Darren saying to us, John Debney wrote the character themes as well as the main theme arrangement, and John Sponsler and Louis Febre worked into the incidental music using samplers and no orchestra. Thank you for that, Darren. Yeah, I mean, it's a long time since I've heard the CD. It's upstairs in my soundtrack collection for Doctor Who. I really would love to have seen it this year in the 30th anniversary as a vinyl. Because I did hear at the beginning of the year that it was coming out and I was looking forward to it. Oh, I was like, oh, good. And nothing happened. Record store day in April came and went like a summer cloud. May's now come and went. Still time this year. I think it's a great way. It would be a great way to round off the Doctor's year, wouldn't it? And Java Bean Studios is with us. Hello, mate. How are you? It's good to hear from you. The extended soundtrack is on the 50th anniversary box set. Yes, it is. It is. Which you now, of course, can't get in the UK either. It's now deleted. It's gone. That would be something else I'd like to see on vinyl too.
iTunes.
Nice to see you in the chat, Michael.
Yes. Give us an email. Good to see you. Yes, so lots of that there. We've got some of it now. Bill Harry saying to you, Paul never apologized for being a nerd.
I know, I shouldn't really. Yeah. That's why we're all here, obviously, clearly, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the whole thing about Who's Views, isn't it? All right, then, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's now time for this.
Scores on the TARDIS stores. If you like this story, did you think it bores? Give your scores on the TARDIS stores.
All right, then. So it is time for scores on the TARDIS doors. You'd never have guessed. So this is where we are marking out of 10, not just the presentation, but the actual movie itself as it's being presented now on 4K and the brand new sparkly Blu-ray as well, everybody. So I'm going to start with Lex. Out of 10, what are you going to give this anniversary edition of Doctor Who the movie?
The artwork is amazing on the steelbook. My only disappointment is that they should have got rid of that Who's Universe title sequence thing before they put Blu-ray in 4K.
Yeah.
So it's a 9.5 out of 10.
Ooh, it lost 5 points just for that one. All right, fair enough. Thank you, Lex. Paul, what about you? What are you going to give this whole thing?
Well, I agree with Lex. The artwork is amazing. Lee Binding's a great artist. Keep up, Lee. I'm looking forward to the next Blu-ray collection coming soon, hopefully. And this looks amazing. My disappointment is that the movie looks great. The extras are good, but I'm going to lose a point off of this because there's no new McGann extras on it. So I'm going to give it 9 out of 10.
Fair enough. Yes, I'm going to go with a 9 out of 10 as well for exactly the same reason that Paul has given. I would have loved to have seen something fresh with McGann, and whatever reason, probably because McGann was working or whatever, I think that lets the whole thing down just a bit. But I have to say, it's beautiful, it's stunning. I recommend it. Even if you're just getting the standard version of the Blu-ray or the standard version of the 4K, you've got to have this as part of your collection now, because this movie now, as I said in the show, is the nearest to how I think Philip Segal would have wanted it to be seen, and then some. It's absolutely beautiful. They've done an incredible job, and we're very lucky to have it. And thank you again to everybody working on this for having the idea to do it, because they could have just churned out another version of the Blu-ray, couldn't they, really? But to spend time, effort, and money, more precisely, on upgrading it, absolutely. And how many Doctor Who 4Ks can we possibly get? You know, not
Exactly,
many.
not many.
Not many. So I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Let's get into the chat there, gentlemen. Johnny the Cabbage is saying it's an 8.5. Thank you very much. Stephen Braddock is saying it's 10 out of 10 for me. It's never looked crisper and so vibrant, and the steelbook artwork is a work of art. It's one of the must-have purchases of the year. Certainly the charts would agree with you, because of course this thing went in at the top and it was there for a while. So yeah, right. So let's have a look. What else we got here? Oh, here we go. I've got you all. Idiot Proof Dalek is saying, I've made it for scores on the TARDIS doors. Yay! Well done, mate. It's going to be 7.5 he's giving us. Thank you for that. Bill Ari is saying it's a great theme for scores on the TARDIS doors. It is. It's a bit of fun there, isn't it, from Miles D? Thank you again to him and the gang over there at Wild Star Records. Pete Harrington is saying to us, it's an 8 out of 10. I've still not watched it yet. Naughty Pete. Pete in the corner. Come on, you knew the show was coming for a whole month. Get in that corner. Legion of James is saying 8 out of 10 for the release. John Roberts is saying 6 out of 10 for the story, 10 out of 10 for Mr. McGann. Yeah, okay. Richard, hi, Richard. Richard Brooks with us, saying to us that the steelbook is amazing. The picture quality is sharp. It's a 10 out of 10. Beautiful. Rick Storm is also giving it a 9 out of 10. And Richard Brooks is agreeing with you, Lex, by saying the Whoniverse thing was annoying. It was a bit of a surprise, and it took me out of the enjoyment for a second, but I can overlook it.
Yeah.
I can overlook it.
After you stop cussing, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's totally unrelated to that for me.
Yeah.
The Whoniverse for me is was crap. I don't think it encompasses anything else. I can't speak for the Chibnall nonsense, but certainly all the original stuff, no. And the fact that the fans coined the Whoniverse as a title years and years ago, how dare Bad Wolf go and trademark it? We bloody well came up with it, not you lost.
Yeah.
Rant over. Mark McIntosh is saying, I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10. It's not perfect, but its heart is so in the right place, and McGann is perfect. 4K excellence. It really is, isn't it? Alan Hunting is saying 9 out of 10. Just needed some new McGann interviews footage and a photo gallery. And I would have liked, as I said, Alan, a behind the sofa in there would have made it a little bit more thrilling for me, because I would have gone straight to that first rather than the film. John the Computer Doctor, 8 out of 10. Whoniverse kills it, same as you're saying there, Lex. Oram is saying to us, does anyone know why McGann swerved appearing in the new extras? Well, it's not a very Paul McGann thing to do. I reckon it's just because he must have been working or appearing somewhere or doing.
He's been doing a lot of Comic Cons this year, hasn't he? And last year as well.
I'm sure he's done other projects because he's still working. There's a lot of time. Matt Spiel saying it's 8.5 from me, and Bill Lowry saying 8. The steelbook looked gorgeous. The extras are fantastic. The story is weak, but does look wonderful. Bidding Adieu should have been on the extras disc. It's possibly rights issues to that, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't
probably.
know. Possibly. Funky is saying, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. As a fan of alternative cuts, I'm taking a point off for not cut version being on it. Fair enough, mate. Thank you. I Am Your Servant is also giving it a 9 out of 10. Good scores again, gentlemen, aren't they? Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Let's have a look here. Great artwork, says Richard Brooks. It really is. Hi, Rose Kirby. How are you, darling? I'll give all 3 versions of Doctor Who the movie 8 out of 5 out of 10, UK and USA. Thanks for that, Rose. I hope you're keeping well, and I hope you've enjoyed the show. Yeah, so 8.5, another high score. Julianne is coming in with another high score, 9.5 out of 10. This is a beautiful release. The presentation is gorgeous, and the film looks fabulous. It's so clear and crisp. I do like that word, Julianne, crisp, for this film, because it is. You know, it is.
Yeah.
It's just, isn't it? It's perfect. Every line, every detail, every position, it's there. It's just right. The Doctor's recorder, the right balance. You can really see it clearly now. You know, everything is just beautiful on it.
Even the Doctor's vision as well. His eyesight is more clear now than ever.
Yeah.
Paul's wig does not look so convincing in HD, says Richard Brooks. I'm sure McGann would agree with you on that one.
Especially in the rain. Yeah.
Especially in the rain. Oh, God, it must have been heavy, because wigs in the rain, Who viewers, get heavy.
Yeah, they do.
Especially back then, on all the synthetics they were using back then. It's probably changed now, but they get heavy. 10 out of 10 for the steelbook. It's pure perfection, says the John Keeley. Oh, that's fantastic. Again, really high scores for this. Fabulous. Rose saying to us, I only purchased the Blu-ray. That's absolutely fine, Rose, because that's been upscaled to the 4K quality as well. So
yeah,
you would have seen the same thing, and it's still much better than the original Blu-ray that was out whenever it was out.
Yeah,
several years ago. Absolutely gorgeous. Nate Channel is saying to us, I'll have to wait for the new release in Canada. I still have my DVD though. Well, let's keep an eye out for when it's going to be released over in Canada, because it can't be that. It's the 30th anniversary.
I would have thought it'd be a worldwide release.
I thought it was. I mean, what's BBC Studios doing there? Come on, there is money waiting there for all our friends.
There's always a delay, though, isn't there? There's always a delay of a couple of months for international releases like Canada, America, Australia, etc. So it probably won't be till later on in the year, maybe.
Well, let's keep an eye out for it, because they will. It's a shame. It's a shame it's not been announced yet, really, isn't it? But there you go. I'm sure it's on the way for you all, Nate Channel. As soon as it comes out, get it. I would absolutely recommend to get it. Any more scores on the TARDIS doors, Who viewers, from any of you in the chat? If not, I'll call it a day on it. Yeah, Nate Channel saying to us, no release date for Canada or America as of yet.
Wow.
Right, okay. Right. You're all in for a treat then when it comes around, because they're not going to forget you. It will be on the way.
That's a question I'm going to ask Lex, because you will know this. Is 4K region free?
Yes.
It is, okay.
They'll be able to buy it over here, but it's the cost of the postage will affect it. Yeah. But it's region free, yeah.
Oh, it was, yeah.
Funky is pointing out, JT, why do you keep trying to make us older by saying 40 years old? The reason being, Funky, is that I'm already working into 2027. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And because I'm working in 2027 with various things in 2027, if you know your Who, you'll be able to find out what I've been doing and what we're preparing for. Derek Hart is saying 9 out of 10. Thanks, Derek. I'm going to call it a day on the scores on the TARDIS score there. Everybody. Very high scores again, gentlemen, for this. 30 years old, getting 8s, 9s, and 10s.
Yep.
Fantastic,
Super.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. What can I say to you all, everybody? Thank you for joining us throughout May 2026 for this 8 at 30 season. I have enjoyed every single show we have done here where we have celebrated 30 years of the McGann Doctor, who just appeared for one night in 1996. and didn't go away as far as we're all concerned. And aren't we grateful for it? And it's been brilliant. It's been an absolute joy. So thank you for joining us, and thank you for all the lovely comments, and thank you for supporting it. I also want to thank all of the WHOTASTIC panel, all the members, not just Lex and Paul that have been with me tonight, but everybody that's joined us for this. It's been a real special month, I think, guys. It's been been wonderful.
Yeah. And we've not seen the last of McGann, have we?
To find out, you'll have to make sure you are still subscribed to the channel. If you're new, you'll have to subscribe to the channel because, well, let's put it this way. The Eighth Doctor didn't go away. Thank you again for joining us for this incredible month. Absolutely brilliant. Let's see what else they can come out with. The soundtrack on vinyl, maybe. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? From Lex and Paul and myself, thanks for joining us. Don't forget to give us a hype if you want to. You can like the show. Please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you still subscribe to the channel. Paul and I will be back tomorrow here on the channel for your big show, Headlines, live at 8 o'clock here. I wonder what we've got to talk about. It's going to be great. Could it be stuff that we've been talking about for months? Very probably. We'll be seeing you tomorrow. So until then, have a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Take care.
Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye.